Hello, friends.
Hello.
We're glad you could join us once again on this pretty sunshiny day.
Yes, it's fall. It's October. Our favorite month of the entire year.
It is time for the weather to change.
It is.
And we're ready for it.
We are. Oh my goodness. So many fall pleasures that are just waiting until the weather feels like fall.
Well,
ready for some soups and some,
yes,
more hot drinks and all of that good stuff.
Absolutely, yes.
And of course, it's the first week of October, and we usually try and reread the Gatherings from the Good Earth book chapter.
It is good to read it first week of the month because it kind of sets the tone or the time for the rest of the month to go by. It helps us to become aware of what is around us, what's happening. And it's important that we don't miss anything. I think that's really the name of the game.
I always find it reminds me of some of the seasonal rituals that we enjoy, and it sparks ideas for other possibilities, which I really like. And so we want to ask you too, what are some of your autumn rituals and October rituals? We have some of ours. We love to, of course, go on nature walks and add little things that we find in nature to, bowls. Mom's always had the wooden bowls with little gatherings, which I love.
And of course, I love to find the acorns.
Yes.
And I'm enjoying this. The sunrises and the sunsets the best that I can see them because I am surrounded by trees. But this morning, as I walked past in the kitchen, I saw the sun coming up and I thought, oh, this is just gorgeous because there was a lot of dark in the sky, and it was just a marvelous sunrise. So I had to stop and go and take a picture of it. Aww. But, a picture never does it justice.
No, it does not.
We just have to take the time out to sit and absorb everything within that moment that we can.
Take the time to appreciate it and really be present in that moment.
Absolutely. Sure. And then on my way up today, I happened to, on this patch, and we have a large patch of this white flower, and it is a pretty flower. It's on its way out right now. It's past the blooming stage. It's called white snakeroot, and bees love it, and the insects are on it yet. I'm amazed. And it won't be much longer, and it will not be this pretty. It'll be going to seed as I see some of these are turning brown.
They are.
And but this is nature's season for planting, so they will be dropping their seeds.
Yeah, it's a relative. It's in the Eupatorium family. It's a relative of one of our herbs that we use. This is not an herb though, and you definitely
you do not.
You want to make sure that you know what things are, of course, before you try and use them, because the flowers look very similar to an herb that we use in the same family called boneset. Some of you may have heard of boneset. It's been a well-respected herb for generations and generations. In fact, some of the old herbals used to say that you could find dried boneset hanging in every attic in the village because they would find it and they would dry it for flu and other things. Called boneset. So it was also not only for flu but also for helping to heal broken bones. But that's not that one. Boneset's leaves look very different. You want to make sure, of course, that you are identifying the plants that you are foraging. And we just started carrying in the shop this wonderful, brand new, just out Samuel Thayer's Field Guide to Edible Wild Plants. I cannot recommend this book highly enough. It is a very big, very wonderful book. We've recommended Samuel Thayer's books really above all others for wild foraging, and not just for food, but for medicines as well. The photos in here really help to make the plants very identifiable. The information he has is simply outstanding. And so we were delighted that he came out with this book, which kind of puts his other books together into one easily accessible and very comprehensive book. Great for yourself or a wonderful gift for anybody who loves going outside and looking at the plants, which hopefully we all do because they are some of our friends out there that we live with.
Well, they're pretty.
They are.
The beauty is, for our soul. I collect a bouquet of this for my table just from the fact that I think it's pretty. It is toxic, but not. Yes. It's not going to hurt us to pick. I clip it, and ask for it to come in and be beauty in my home and thank it for it and so on. And I just enjoy looking at it. And so one can do that and still enjoy it, but we're not going to use it for anything.
Right. Yeah.
This is causing milk disease.
Yeah. Milk disease. Exactly. There's actually some towns that are still referred to as like milk sickness, something village or whatever, because it had happened so commonly in the 1800s.
I can see why, because we have a lot of it down here in the meadow.
Yeah, and so ruminant animals that eat grasses and such, they get sick from it, and it also poisons their milk. In fact, Abraham Lincoln's mother died of this milk sickness from white snakeroot. They didn't know at the time what was causing it. She was only 34 years old, and Abraham Lincoln was only 9 years old. It was just really a prevalent thing, and so, yeah.
Those are things that we use to kind of identify this plant and to maybe leave it alone and enjoy it out in the meadow or a little bit on the table.
It's a pretty wildflower, but that's...
Yes, I don't have the pets around me or small children, so it's fine. And I just, I do enjoy it, though, because there's so much beauty out there.
There is so much beauty out there.
Even this late time of the year.
Even this late time of year, and the asters are blooming now. And they're kind of, this is kind of the last hurrah. The eupatoriums and the asters are blooming their little hearts out, and they're so beautiful. We love especially the purple asters, the New England asters, which we plant, but they're also a wild plant around here as well. And so, and we use the flowers for medicine also, which is wonderful. And the white asters too.
Yes, the white asters. Yes, they're supposed, all three are really out there.
They're
pretty right now.
Really
so I hope you all get a chance to drive out in the country and look around at all the wildness that's going on up in the Baker's Wetland and the Overlook and some of those areas, because the flowers are beautiful.
Yeah, that's one of our autumn rituals is going up to Signal Oak. And if you're in the area and you haven't been up to Signal Oak, just Google Signal Oak and it will take you right up there. It's a lovely drive. Do it on a weekend that we're open. You just drive pretty much right in our neighborhood on your way over there, and it's absolutely a gorgeous autumn ritual to incorporate.
And might want to wait a week or two, because the trees will have turned even more.
That's true.
And that will be good.
Yes.
One of the rituals I have is on October 1st, I start my elderberry concentrate. One can take it all year round for that matter. But I just find that with the winter season coming on, I want to boost my immune system as much as I can. So every morning it's a tablespoon of the concentrate.
Yep.
And as I've mentioned before, I take it in a little bit of water because my body needs to hydrate in the morning anyway, right away. And every morning I take it.
It's a great way to do it.
Clear through till April 1st with it.
Yep, I do too. It's a wonderful way to help keep your body prepared for viral infections.
Flu, anything.
Yeah, for sure. Right. You know, in France, it was referred to as the house pharmacy. Really, it has a reputation wherever it grows as being the medicine chest of the country folk. The berries in particular have affinities for the lungs, the liver, and the immune system. The elderberries, they're really, really dark colored. And actually, we carry the dried elderberries here at the shop. You can see how dark they are. They're just almost black. And they are very high in flavonoids that disrupt a virus's ability to replicate. And so they've actually been proven effective against a variety of flu viruses in clinical trials. They have shown that patients who took elderberries juice syrup, and that's one of the things that we take is this juice syrup, which is locally made here, mindfully made elderberry syrup, which we absolutely love. We never did carry an elderberry syrup until this one started being made because it's such high quality and it's just absolutely wonderful. And so the study showed that 20% of the patients who were taking the elderberry syrup reported significant improvement of their symptoms within 24 hours, 70% by 48 hours, and 90% claimed complete recovery in 3 days, whereas those who were receiving placebo, it took 6 days for recovery. It's really amazing because elderberry, they've shown that not only does it help people to get over the flu, but after they're over the flu, they have higher levels of flu antibodies in their system. And so they're able to fight off other strains of the flu even better. And of course, flu is a virus. And so we can kind of extrapolate that it's great for viruses in general. And so we want to make sure that we are taking that. And as a syrup, as a kit, we also have a kit here that we put together that has some of the dried elderberries in it and some other goodies to have in your syrup. Super easy. It's a dump and make kit with all the instructions right inside, and it is so empowering to make your own herbal medicine, and of course you get more bang for your buck out of it that way too. Plus you get to put all your good intentions and juju into it when you're making it.
Correct. And I hope that everybody will take theirs and be well this winter.
Yeah, actually one of the things I've been making lately that out of the dried elderberries is the elderberry gummies. And I'll put a recipe
Mhm.
actually below here, and they're really super simple to make if you want to make some elderberry gummies. It's very easy. Just takes a little bit of gelatin, some elderberries, and some water, pretty much, and some sweetener.
We have our autumn display done up and pretty as you come in the front door.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first thing you'll see. Lots of autumn things. One of the items on the table is one of those that I have just adored, and it's out of my collection because Tamara and I both have this one. It's a Jim Shore figurine of a witch. It is a collectible.
Yeah, it is quite a collectible.
It was made in 2010, and the reason we liked it so well is that it is so realistic.
Yes.
Many figurines are kind of a whimsical. This is very realistic. One where she's holding her book open and the crow is sitting there beside her, and then she has a broom and so on.
Her cauldron.
Yes, and the cauldron. So you'll
making
have
her herbal brews.
But it is one of those wonderful collectibles that you can actually leave out all year round.
Yeah.
And it is available.
And there's only one.
And there's only one. That's right. And while we're on the theme of witch, these are a couple of notebooks I have finished, and they are on the witch theme, of course. And there are 3 different designs that we have available. And I might show you the inside cover then of this one. The little pocket to put items in, just a couple of quotes and so on up there. So it's kind of fun, and you have a notebook to write in also.
Oh, gorgeous.
So those will be available the month of October in here.
I love the things that you make. You always make some interesting, beautiful things.
They're just fun to have out, fun to use, and they are made to be used.
Yes.
That's the purpose of them. So we do want to use those pretty things too.
One of the things we've been doing this past week as we turn the calendar to October is preparing to open enrollment for next year's Home Herbalist Apprenticeship Program. And I know many of you have been waiting for that. And we just opened enrollment this morning. And so you will want to make sure that you grab your spot if you want to. You know, we always talk about the lessons of the plants when we talk to each other and we talk to you. And that's because the lessons of the plants are never ending. And we are passionate students and teachers of their wisdom. And we have 40 years of herbal experience between us. And next year will be our 9th year teaching our 10-month Home Herbalist Apprenticeship Program. The program has really evolved now into this really exceptional hybrid. We're bringing together the very best of virtual and hands-on herbal learning and community building. And if you've ever wished to become a confident home herbalist, you're going to want to join us for this very transformative experience. And of course, due to the nature of the program, because we do mail out kits each month with herbs, herbal kits, handouts, lots of other goodies too. So we really must limit the number of students that we can accept each year. And it's going to fill very quickly, we know, this year. So you can grab your spot and find out more at goodearthherbschool.com and let us know if you have any questions at all. We would really love to hear about what your autumn rituals are. You know, our autumn rituals we just look forward to them so very much, especially in the month of October. May your October be filled with otherworldly foggy mornings, crimson, amber, and carnelian leaves dancing in the autumn breeze, pumpkin spice deliciousness, and, of course, magic.
And with that, we'll plan to see you next week.
Good earth blessings to you.